When I was a child, due to certain circumstances, I often found myself engrossed in one story or another. I grew up watching many movies, shows, and videos, playing many video games, and even reading a few books. Over time, I built something called media literacy. This is defined as the ability to critically analyze stories presented in the mass media and to determine their accuracy or credibility. Basically, over time, I could tell when a story was not only something I enjoyed, but why I enjoyed it. To me, this analytical way of thinking was something new. In the coming years, I would debate with my friends about what the game of the year was, what is the best movie ever made, or why certain moments were so legendary. This act of basing things on objectivity soon consumed my life. I found myself unable to enjoy things that were critically bad, even if I would find enjoyment in it otherwise. This has only gotten worse over time, as with more access to the internet, the more I let people's opinions shape me. Anyone can rate a movie and tell you not to watch it. This online war zone of conflicting ideas and messages rarely lends itself to something greater. It's all in the glory of proving someone else wrong. People act as if your opinions and beliefs are an extension of yourself, not allowing themselves to have a genuine conversation about the things they love, but instead bashing each other for their interests unless it is something deemed objectively good. Even then, there are those that will try to tell you it's overrated. This idea of something being objectively good has come to infect many people's day-to-day lives just as it did mine. The online and in-person discourse over this subject is staggering. To understand this idea of both media literacy and objectivity, it's important to understand the media that we're rating. Media and art are things that have been prevalent in human culture for thousands of years. Everything from books and theater in ancient times to cinema and video games in our modern day. All these things are truly vessels for discussion, carrying themes, morals, and emotions. The power of a good story, an immersive world, or a relatable cast of characters is truly unmatched. These things are all about emotion, the art of making you feel. How scared were you when you watched your first horror movie? Were you on the edge of your seat, seeing the hero just barely save the day? When your favorite character was killed off, did you cry? A good piece of media can accomplish these things while delivering a moral, theme, or well-written story. Personal favorites of mine include Berserk, The Shawshank Redemption, Dark Souls, and Adventure Time. All different pieces of media from wildly different genres. Each one of these series and its themes mean a lot to me. Guts taught me how to live through the struggles of everyday life. Dark Souls showed me how to tackle my problems from a different angle, to get back up when I'm beaten down. Adventure Time has some of the best character and story arcs in all of fiction, and I am obsessed with its world building and lore. And finally, The Shawshank Redemption has one of the best representations of freedom told through one of the best setups I have ever seen. Each one of these things relates to me or just speaks to me personally. Not everyone's gonna have these be their favorite things, maybe not even in their top 5 or even top 10, and that's okay. I'll continue to share my opinions with the world no matter what, because maybe there's someone else out there who also enjoys that story, that it also speaks to them and they just haven't found it yet.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living. You get busy dying.
As for how we rate these things, it's kind of up in the air. Everyone can agree on certain benchmarks for what makes a story good and what makes a story bad. If you have two-dimensional characters, ass pulls, something completely immersion-breaking, all these things are bad. A solid character arc, minimal plot holes, if the story makes you care about the characters, those are all good things. You need a good idea, execution, and some spice on top to elevate it. Perhaps some great shots or hard lines. True 10 out of 10 stand apart from the rest, and while it may not be for everyone, most people can appreciate a piece of media widely regarded to be that great. Now, while this all may be true, and there are definitely a lot of guidelines when it comes to making a good story, that only ever goes so far. Sometimes the themes, the writing, the characters, they just don't hit the same for everyone else. Objectivity in media is solely trying to shed your own biases and trying to grade something based on how much the average person would enjoy it. There is no true objectivity. We as humans are creatures of opinions and individual personalities. Try as we might, there is no way to truly shed our opinionated skin and look at something through truly objective eyes. Someone will always like something objectively bad, and vice versa with something good. Rotten Tomatoes has become the gold standard for understanding whether or not you will likely enjoy a movie or series. This is because it consists of the subjective ratings of many people averaged out to be a percentage of 100. This system defines what is objectively good. As with most objective things in the world, something is only truly objective because the masses deem it so. It is extremely useful as someone who has a pretty busy life, as I can look at the ratings for things I'm considering watching or playing to make sure I don't waste my money. Beyond this, however, is a slippery slope in which people obsess over why things are objectively good or bad. I'm here to say it genuinely just isn't that deep. Opinions are opinions. Everyone is going to like different things on different levels, and accepting that is something I believe a large part of the internet and humanity needs to do. This extends past media, into politics and religion. People will get bashed for thinking a certain way or believing certain things, but in reality, everyone deserves to be able to think the way that they want. As long as it doesn't bring anyone harm, people need to be more in touch with why they like something and share that with the world instead of being focused on why other people don't. You as a single individual can only do so much to share an objective opinion, so maybe just don't. You don't have to be Moist Critical, Dunkey, or some random movie critic. Share your opinions with the world and tell your friends why that one specific character was your favorite. What moments in the latest game just grabbed you, didn't let go, or how the ending to your new favorite book has entirely captivated you. Be an individual, form your own opinions, and share them with those around you. Recently, a Minecraft movie has proven that this is all possible. It came out not too long ago, and it honestly has restored my faith in media discussions. Everyone understands that it is critically bad, but they can still enjoy it on a personal level. The movie isn't what I wanted out of a Minecraft movie, but it is damn good for what it is. It's a very fun, family-friendly, turn your brain off and enjoy piece of media. There are people who hate this movie even after its release, and that's okay too. Everyone understands why you do or don't like it, and nobody really has a problem with it either way. It genuinely makes me so happy to see people talking about movies and hopefully other media like this again. I haven't seen anyone bash another person for their take on the movie. If anything, all the discussions are either calm or brain rot spam, the latter being relatively harmless. Something that contradicts this trend, however, is a movie that came out as I'm finishing the script. Jurassic World Rebirth. I don't know who shit in everyone's cereal, but I have only seen this movie getting hate. Is it the next Interstellar? God, no. But this movie is a fun time, especially for those who like the Jurassic series and Identity. This movie is leagues better than what we have gotten recently, with a pretty solid plot, good characters, action, and some of the funniest lines I have seen in a movie. While the start is extremely rough in some areas, I mean, how the fuck does a Snickers wrapper take down their entire security network? It is still a good movie, especially after they get to the island. The movie is shot beautifully, and while the CGI isn't all there, I can forgive it because you know what? I had fun. That should be the most important thing. Why are we still glazing Marvel movies that give us the same formulaic bullshit and have much more than just these problems? The people who I am close to, who I watched Rebirth with, or who saw it recently, all really enjoyed it, and yet I am seeing so much hate online. If it's not your cup of tea, then sure, you can always say you didn't like it, but picking apart the dumb fun movie with actually decent characters, moments, action, and story is just a bit much. This is not absolute cinema, but it is an above average movie with lots of laughs. And for those of you who have watched the movie and know about the best scene in it, all I have to say is that it may not be absolute cinema, but it is absolute piss. And now that I think about it, that joke really doesn't help my case about this movie being good. Well, if you know, you know. Objectivity is something defined by the greater masses and is extremely hard to encapsulate as a single individual. Politely sharing your opinions with the community around you while remaining respectful and subjective is the way to go. Don't let the search for objectivity consume you, for you may find yourself picking apart the things you used to enjoy, now completely devoid of the very thing that gives media its spark, emotional value. And though everything I said here is kinda negative when regarding being objective, there is definitely a time and a place. Being able to critically analyze media is incredibly important to understanding what makes an amazing story amazing. All I'm saying is, art is supposed to make you feel something. No matter how objectively good or bad something is, don't let that take away from your personal subjective enjoyment. Don't feel pressured to like the same things as everyone else. Be polite and earnest in your views and respect the world around you. If you critique something, do it nicely. If you recommend something, tell us why. Do your part in making this online battleground a better place, one interaction at a time. I think that's enough of my ramblings for today. If you liked the video, maybe consider subscribing to stay in my cozy little corner of the internet. And liking the video would also be greatly appreciated. If you have anything to say to me, the comments are open down below. I'll respond to anyone who does comment, so I look forward to seeing you down there. Thanks for watching. Remember to drink some water. And don't you dare go hollow.